Alrighty, so today on this sunny day, we're gonna be looking at our Brook Haven. It's one of a kind, definitely a true panoramic experience as far as houses go. Haven't had one like it or even similar to it. As you can see from here, very, very different kind of structure. In the front, you're gonna have a nice open 8-foot porch, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,711 square feet house. We're gonna start with the outside of the house as always, and then we're gonna move on inside, and then we're gonna move to a section where we kind of compare, but there's not a whole lot of comparison, but we're gonna dive into all the different options that makes this house so special. Alrighty, so as you start to look at this outside, initially you're gonna see a lot of windows. This is one of those homes that are great for a panoramic kind of full view. You're gonna have a full deck here. Half of it's gonna be covered, of course. Now there's a couple different options on decking, but we can go into that a little bit later. There's just so many windows, especially in the front here. But as we make our way around here, you're gonna see some lap siding that actually comes with one of the packages, and then a couple sets of horizon windows and 36 by 35 horizontal windows right here. So this is the lap siding that I'm talking about. It's an aesthetic kind of upgrade that breaks up the look of it, but there are options. So you can do a stained hardy board lap siding if you want something a little thicker, but this is just how we dressed it up on the lot. So your imagination, you can really kind of take it a couple different ways. Now you're gonna see a long piece of trim. You get all of your choice of colors, of course, so you can really get kind of creative with the house. As you keep on coming down, you start realizing how long the house really is. So after you look at the lap siding and the size of windows, you're gonna see all of these ventilated eaves right here. This house is 72 feet in length. So part of this ridge line and this lap siding is part of that Serenity package. Now you can't necessarily make this house any wider, but you can make it longer at this point all the way down. Once we get inside, you'll kind of see why we can't make that front section a little longer. It's got a huge vaulted ceiling, but if you do need more space and you need to customize it, you can take it a little bit further in the back. So you can make your master bedroom bigger, you can make your master bathroom bigger, or you can make the kids' room smaller and take everything else from there. As we keep moving on, you're gonna see windows every about 4 or 5 feet. One thing that I do like about Palm Harbor is they have so many different window options. So a lot of factories just have the classic transom window. This is just a 3-light window. Just kind of breaks it up, makes it look a little bit different. It adds a little bit more character to the exterior of the house. You keep on going around. Now this is gonna be on the master bathroom and bedroom side. So even from your bathroom, you're gonna have good views out the side. And then your master bedroom right here as well. Okay, so as we keep moving around, again, lap siding all the way around. You can choose to go higher if you'd like, but it's just part of the package, so it's already somewhat paid for if you kind of go with it. Now, again, the ridge venting right here. This door, or this house, excuse me, has 2 side entrances as well. This is gonna be a really important one we're gonna talk about here soon, but then you also have a covered porch section right here, just in case. So the reason why that back side door is so important is because this house is garageable. If you can imagine, you can add a garage right here. We'd add probably about an 18 or a 22 foot flush gable, and that way you can slide your garage right up on there. That side door on the back is right where your utility room is. So you pull in, you park, and you walk right into your garage and then right into the house. It's definitely one of the options that Palm Harbor offers. That really does make this house a kind of full, complete series. So again, we're gonna be taking a look at this beautiful porch. There's a couple different options, but all of these railings and that cover is part of the Serenity package, which I'll be diving into a little bit more as we go inside. There's a couple different porch options though, as far as the decking goes. This is gonna be a summer wood right now, but you can do Trex for not that much of an upgrade, which I always suggest just because it's a little bit more composite material, a little bit better as far as the years goes on. It stands up a little stronger and everything like that. But either way, it's a great choice. You can't really go wrong with it. One thing that's really nice about this porch is if it's a nice sunny day and you want to get all of your sun, I know I want to stay out of the sun, I'm too pale, but if you like sunbathing, this side of the porch is perfect. But you could also have a rainy weather book kind of reading session right on over here as well. So you kind of have both options, which is really nice. You can't extend it all the way over, but it is one of those things that it's already kind of built in, so you can just imagine it as you go from there. Now, if you want to come with me inside and really see the boom factor that this house has to offer, it's one thing with Palm Harbor is their aesthetics. They probably make, in my opinion, one of the most beautiful houses. I mean, just look around. Look at all of these windows. You have horizon windows here. You have 36 by 35 windows. That's part of the Serenity package, is this whole very picturesque, nice big view. We're surrounded by windows. One of the biggest things that adds is a very panoramic view. You know, when you're standing in the kitchen, you're seeing every piece of it. Now, of course, you're gonna have curtains, but you can take them all off or adjust them however you'd like, but you're just gonna not have a view like this in any other house on our lot here in Spokane Valley or our lot down there in Pasco in the Tri-Cities. Nice big open living room and dining room area. One thing I love about this house is there's a lot of different options as far as how you would like things to be laid out. Now, one thing I would say Palm Harbor's special move is these pre-engineered kind of floor plan designs. So you're gonna see this monoslope roof that goes all the way up here. At its highest point, it's 10 feet 6 inches there, and then it's gonna come right down to an 8-foot flat ceiling throughout the rest of the house. Now, we can't make it any taller than that because we'd have to charge you an arm and a leg just to have a helicopter bring it over to you. But this is the tallest ceiling that I've been able to get into as far as manufactured houses go. So one thing that you're gonna love about this house and that you can see is all of these windows offers a great panoramic view of everything. But you're gonna think, well, am I gonna be living in a glass jar? Is the heat gonna get too hot? Is it gonna get too cold? Is it energy efficient? These windows are energy efficient. They're double paned and argon gas filled. So even though you're gonna have a bunch of windows, you're not gonna be sitting in a hot box the whole time. So it does come with that design in mind to be comfortable for a family. Although you have a great view, you don't wanna just be sweating through the whole great view either. So above the great view and everything, this house has a lot of options that are gonna really kind of stand out to you. But especially for me, when I'm trying to think about how am I gonna sell this to my wife, I just always say, sweetheart, look, imagine you're doing the dishes, I'm sitting on the couch, look at the view you'd have. I mean, she'd probably make me do the dishes, but either way, it's gonna be a good view, so it'll be all right. But one of my favorite things is actually gonna be right back over here, just next to the stainless steel washer. Now, take a gander at this. This is what we call a butler's pantry. Now look at how big this is. This is a small New York apartment in here that you could do. You're gonna have outlets here, everything like that. So if a big selling item to you is entertaining a lot of people, you can have your crock pots going here. You don't have to have every single bit of counter space made or holding up one of your cooking items and stuff. You can do a lot back here. It's a full pantry as well, but there's a couple other options as well that we can kind of discuss. So if you follow me back on out here. So as you see here, this is somewhat of a standard kitchen. You know, you're gonna have your 8-inch single cell farm sink, which is great. But another great thing with Palm Harbor, like I said earlier, they do a lot of these pre-engineered plans. So they have another version of this kitchen that has an 8-foot island that comes down here, and this will be actually pushed out a little bit more. So you can have best of both worlds. You don't necessarily have to pick one or the other. You can do both, and it's not that bad. I'm sure we're gonna be able to take a look at those things in a little bit. Great thing with Palm Harbor, that is personally my favorite. I think they have the best finish work out of every factory. Now, every factory has its own special move and great things, but I mean, just look at this glass tile here, right here. Throughout, you're not really gonna see a more beautiful house on the inside. I'm not saying all other houses are ugly, but I'm just saying if you want to take one to the prom, it would be this one right here for you. Part of one of the Homeboys packages that we have a full stainless steel appliance package here for you. Now you can still customize it. You don't have to do a micro range over the hood. You can do a big open kind of designer European hood as well. It's again up to you, but if you keep coming this way, you can also notice these are going to be all real wood cabinets with soft closed drawers. Little stiff right there. So this is the other half of the nice big open area. So you have your dining room over here, but this is kind of the living room right here. So just imagine everyone's sitting down here. This is where your flat screen would go, or if you don't want to watch TV, that's more than fine. You don't have to. But we have an electric fireplace there, which is also part of the package that we include. Alrighty, now if you keep following me, if you remember outside when we were talking about those two side entrances, this is going to be one of them. This is a covered porch entrance right here. Opens right up to that. And then it's almost like when you walk in, you have your coat closet right here. You can get set up, or you can enter from the front porch. It's one of my favorite things about this house. You're not consistently kind of funneled into one way. You don't have to make the whole walk to do one thing. It really pushes that open sunlight, natural light. You can see from this one pistol window right here to the 3 window door as well. So as we keep moving down the house, I want you to notice right here is that ridge line. That's right where the kind of vaulted ceiling stops. So from your living room and your dining room, it's gonna be nice, tall, open ceilings. But from the rest of the house backwards, it's gonna be that 8-foot flat ceiling. Now this is the section that we can extend the house if need be. You cannot extend it past this point towards the living room or the dining room. But as you keep walking back, a lot of kind of little unique structures right here. You could put some more decorations in there. This is going to be one of the guest bathrooms right here. It's nice, beautiful, great glass tile work as always. Single lever faucets, which I always suggest, but you can tell me to kick rocks because it's your house. It's just what I like. This is the utility room right here. So earlier when we were talking about entering from the garage or the garageable section, this is where it would be. But this is where you would enter from the garage. And your water heater is actually stored behind here. This is one of my favorite things that Palm Harbor does. It just kind of has a little bit of hidden gems, if you will. So instead of just putting a normal water heater door there, you're actually gonna have a little bit of shelving here. But don't worry, your main water shutoff is right above there, just in case if anything gets out of hand. And you have your utility sink. Look at all of the storage here. This is a 3-door cabinet, 48 inches tall right there for you. Moves on, and a deep utility sink. So that's great for you as well. Now if you come right across, we're going to enter into bedroom number 2. This is, pretty standard sized bedroom, but look, nice big window. And you can add more windows too if you want. Nothing is really out of your imagination when it comes to Palm Harbor. Good size closet right here. I have done a couple houses like this where I've made it even bigger too. So again, it's really up to you and kind of how your imagination shakes out on it. Now we're gonna go to the bedroom number 3. This is the other kind of guest bedroom. Little bit bigger closet, not by much, but just about the same size. And like I said, this is one of those things that we can stretch too. So if you maybe have a newborn in one side that just needs a nursery, but you have a teenager in the other side, we can stretch it to make this room a little bit bigger to accommodate your family and your lifestyle. So this house, how we have it set up on the lot, is a 3-bedroom, but you can make it a 4-bedroom option. Like I said, there's a couple different engineered plans. You might lose that butler's pantry and just kind of push everything on over, but it's an option to have it as a 4th bedroom. I've done this house as a 1-bedroom before. I've done these 2 other guest bedrooms as a full closet prod. This house, how we have it set up on the lot, is a 3-bedroom house, but you can make it a 4-bedroom house. You'd lose that butler's pantry, but everything would just be able to kind of slide down. So it's really up to your imagination. This is one of my favorite rooms by far. This is the master bedroom right here. Nice and big and open and beautifully decorated. Shout out to Uda, our owner's wife. She's absolutely phenomenal. But then we have a big walk-in closet right on over there. And I always suggest going wood rods and wood shelves throughout, no wire racks. Again, I've said it before, you can tell me to kick rocks, it's your house. It's just one of those upgrades that I think is absolutely worth it. But notice again, these windows and how they're placed, a lot of natural lights coming in here without kind of frying you. It's not like you're being blinded, but you're having a lot of natural light come in. Now, a lot of people love this master bedroom, but there are different options to make it bigger. For example, we have a Shoshone by Fleetwood on our site here in the Spokane Valley. Massive, almost a football field size it feels like when you walk into it for the master bedroom. So if you really do want a bigger master bedroom, there are other options. I like this one just because it's big enough, but it's not taking away from the rest of the house. But let me tell you something that's really gonna set the house apart is this master bathroom. Come right in here. Now, as you walk in, you see the double vanity. Again, amazing glass tile work. Double mirrors right here so you can see. But this tub right here. Now, I'm a little guy, so I would drown in this tub, so I don't think I could get it. And I'm not much of a tub person, but people who are tub people absolutely love this. And then you're gonna have a walk-in spa shower. Again, look at the tile work, all of it throughout. You have a dual head diverter as well. Now, one thing too that Palm Harbor offers that really no other manufacturer does offer is you can do tiled floors throughout, which is absolutely fantastic. And another thing to continue even onto that is they also offer a hard surface countertops. You can do quartz as well, but you can do kind of a, quartz can be a little bit expensive, so you can do that hard surface countertop that's about that mid-range price range. They have a lot of options, which is fantastic. Perfect. So if you remember when we were walking around the outside of the house, that 3 kind of little lights that wasn't a full transom, and it's like, you know, what is that? It really does add to the look of this shower here. It just breaks it up even more natural light without glaring at you that everyone and their dog can see you when you're in your bathroom. And then you have a little private kind of commode right here for you as well. Palm Harbor has a lot of options, especially when it comes to flooring too. You don't have to do carpet in here. You can do linoleum throughout. You can even, back to the countertops, you can do hard surface countertops. You can do quartz countertops. All of the pricing is listed on our website. You can kind of compare what's going to make the most sense to you. Imagine you wake up, you're coming out of your master bedroom. You just showered, you got your clothes on. You're walking out here to your living room and just look at that view in the morning. Just nice, big, open. You can see a bit of everything without everything seeing a bit of you, if you will. It's just a nice, really open, breathable kind of space that you can walk into. This Serenity package is available in 3 different other models that you can get from Palm Harbor. But now let's kind of dive into the comparison as far as what other houses on lot are going to be similar, different, what makes the most sense for you. Now, personally, I think as far as views, you can't beat this house, especially as we walked down that hallway, opened up, it's that big panoramic view. Now, I'm not saying the other houses here on the lot or even in our Spokane Valley location don't have great views. Like the Metolius, I think is beautiful. It's going to have a lot of those horizon windows as well, and it's great for a view spot. I just don't think anything offers the exact same kind of openness and breathe that this does. Now, the Metolius is similar in price. It's a great house as well. You can stretch and do a couple different things. It has that prowl conversion to it. But for me, I would say the most similar or most kind of compared house we have on the lot would be the Cottonwood by Golden West. Now, it's similar as far as square footage goes. You can do a lot of the same things. The biggest thing though is that Serenity package. This monoslope roof is 100% unique to Palm Harbor. So you're not going to be able to get that same exact feel. But as far as like price per square foot and everything like that, I'd say Cottonwood is a great example. Another one that I can't not mention when I'm thinking about this Brook Haven house is that Metolius. Now the Metolius next to us, it has that stained hardy board lap siding. It has those windows to it. It's breathable. It's got some vaulted ceilings in the front. So that's going to be, as far as the feel, very similar. But in my opinion, you just can't beat the panoramic view that this house offers. So as far as like those kind of aesthetic looks go, Metolius is almost set up more so for kind of farm style look. You're going to have a little bit more rustic kind of country, especially when it comes to that stained lap siding. It almost looks like a tree you laid sideways. It's beautiful for a cabin setup. Whereas this here, this Brook Haven, is going to have that European kind of modern-esque, really clean finish. I mean, down to the tile work, down to even each of the exterior doors. Everything's going to look a little bit more kind of like a Seattle modern cottage. But of course, you know, you can always pick your colors. You can change the siding. You can make it what you want. But as far as the houses on our lot, I would say those are the biggest differences there. Personally, this is one of my favorite houses that we've ever seen on the lot. Now, it's hard to describe it through a video, to be honest with you. I would say you'd have to come here and see it for yourself. You have to bring your family in here. You'd have to check it out. Now, there's a couple different houses, like I said, that have that Serenity package, but This is by far my favorite one. The openness to it, the amount of space in every single room, the finish work. I mean, the way we've packaged this house up together, I thought initially this house would have to be at least, 300,000 or something crazy like that, but it's not. We packaged this house up really, really well, but that doesn't mean that you're stuck to those packages. You can really kind of pick and choose, but either way, I just invite you guys to come down, take a look for yourselves, get the feeling that you feel when you walk in that front door, when you're coming back from your master bedroom and you're opening up to this huge, nice panoramic view living room. So one thing that I absolutely love about this house is there's no doubt more expensive houses. You can get way fancier if you want, but there's not a house that I've walked through on our lot in Pasco or even manufactured houses in general that have the same feel as this one. So you don't necessarily have to pay a top price tag to get the feel and the kind of emotion that this house would bring. Each house is different, each layout's different, but this is one of the most by far unique ones, and it just overwhelms you with a sense of kind of openness, and it makes sense. Do yourself a favor, grab your family, grab your mother-in-law, grab whoever is a doubter, whatever it may be, come in and see the house for yourself.